welcome back to my channel. My name's Bree. Thank you so much for watching. I'm here today to talk to you about your financial goals and your financial habits and how I can help you achieve them. So my channel is about helping you focus on healthy habits, focusing on good routines, how to create these good routines to help succeed in your life. It's not only about working out, meditating, eating right, it's all about your financial habits too. We have to find a good balance with both. So if you want a couple tips on how you can improve your financial habits, just keep watching. So tip number one is to live within your means. Meaning if you make 40 grand a year, don't go out and spend 80 grand a year. You can't afford that. That means you're gonna be negative 40 grand at the end of the year. So what I would suggest doing is set up a budget, figure out how much money you bring in every single month, how much money you spend on your needs, your housing, your car, your food, and how much you spend on your wants and how much you spend on your savings. Make sure there is some savings room in there, okay? Make sure you're not spending more than what you make every single month. Just as one example, if you are someone who uses a credit cards are great, by the way. Do not be nervous of using credit cards, but you need to make sure you pay that thing off at the end of every single month because it's expensive to have credit card debt and the interest on it is really, really, really high. So you don't want to be wasting your money by paying for credit card debt or credit card interest. If you have credit card debt, I suggest you pay that off first. So what I would do is I would set up a budget for how much you make a month, how much your needs are, your wants are, and your saving goals are, because that's gonna be able to give you a chance to break down what you make and see if you're overspending. If you've never tracked your spending before, I highly, highly suggest you do it you should do it regularly, but for at least a month so you can see how much you're spending versus how much you're making. You might be spending a lot more than you think, especially if you're someone who deals with your money all in just one account. If you don't have a separate savings account versus checkings account, if you just have it all in one, you're not really gonna see the change in those numbers so drastically. However, if you have your checkings account, you can move your money to your savings every month and you notice that checkings account is getting lower and lower and lower. That means you're probably overspending. All right, tip number two is nice and easy, very simple and straight to the point. Pay your bills on time. Okay, why are you paying your bills late?
Pay your bills on time.
You don't want to, one, pay for interest, and two, you don't ever want to run into overdraft fees. So talking about interest, I just talked about credit card interest. Interest can happen on anything. Make sure you're paying your bills on time. Another thing is that banks, if you don't have enough money in your account and you have regular regular withdrawals and you don't have enough money in that account, they're gonna charge you overdraft fees, meaning they're gonna charge you so much money every time they take money out of that account and the money isn't actually physically there. Not only will they charge you the overdraft fee, they will charge you overdraft interest after as well. I accidentally fell into this. The way my bank accounts were set up last year, it made me mess this up one time. Once you do it once, I think it charged me $5 plus like $1 in interest. Once you do it once, you will not keep doing it because it's just such a waste of money. So make sure you have enough money in your account when these withdrawals are coming out. And a little tip to make sure you're not paying your bills late is set reminders in your phone for when all your bills are due, for when your credit card statement is due. That way you'll always remember when your bills are due and you can pay them ahead of time, you can pay them on time. There's no reason that you have to pay them late. And another point with that is, personally, I set up automatic withdrawals from my account. So having to pay my mortgage, my property tax, all my utilities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I don't have to think about that. It just comes out of my account. I don't ever have to worry about paying it late. The only thing I have to worry about paying is my credit card bill. Every single other expense I have comes straight out of my account and I don't have to think about it. All I have to do is make sure there's enough money in that account every single month. And my third and final tip, I told you this was gonna be short and sweet. My third and final tip is to track your spending. Did you hear me? Track your spending, okay? Tracking your spending is so important. This brings me back to my first tip. Basically, you need to figure out how much you make per month, how much you spend on your needs meaning your housing, your utilities, your groceries, your car, your healthcare, whatever is necessary. And then focus on your wants, your TV subscription services, shopping, eating out, whatever else people spend money on, I don't know. figure that out. Figure out how much your needs and your wants are in comparison to what your income is. So let's say your goal right now is to be saving and investing more money. Your needs might be really high in comparison to what your income is. And in that case, you might need to make a little bit more money. Or if your needs are fairly low and you have a good income, you might realize, ooh, your wants are really, really high. You might have to cut back on eating out a little bit, cut back on your shopping, and that will give you more money in order to save and to invest. The money's there, you just have to figure it out. So you can track using apps, Excel sheets, on paper, print out your credit card statements, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you're making a list of all of your expenses every single month. You're making a list of how your money is coming in or what money you have coming in every month. And at the end, make sure that is a positive number, not a negative number. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more little tip just because I like you guys, okay? And this tip, you may not love, but this tip is to learn how to say no to yourself. Having the willpower to say no. Let's say you're going out shopping and you love 3 pairs of shoes. Maybe just pick one, okay? Have the willpower to say no to the other 2. Just get the 1 pair. Maybe you're going out to eat. Maybe you want to have a couple glasses of wine, plus an appetizer, plus a main, plus a dessert. Maybe cut that back. Maybe you need 1 glass of wine and no dessert. You're still having a great dinner. You're still having an app, a main, and a glass of wine, but you're just making small sacrifices, and I guarantee you, at the end of the month, when you add up the totals for all your expenses, you're gonna thank yourself for that. All right, well, those are my 3 plus a bonus little financial tips. I hope this really helps you. I know these are something that has definitely helped me. If you have any tips or tricks, please leave a comment down below. I'm sure everyone reading them would really, really appreciate any sort of financial help we can. Make sure you hit subscribe and make sure you hit like because it really helps my channel. And I hope this information was valuable to you. If you know anyone who's struggling financially or could just benefit from having some financial tips, make sure you share this video with them. I will really appreciate it. I'm sure they will really appreciate that you're thinking of them. And stay tuned because I hope to bring up more videos, a little bit of healthy lifestyle, a little bit of your financial lifestyle, because I love talking about money just as much as I love talking about food and working out and everything good like that. So thank you so much for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Love you so much. Bye.